everyone, my name is Cynthia. I'm a dietetic intern. I'm with the Lynwood Food Bank today with their Dash of Delish series to teach you guys how to vary your nutrients and balance your meals. Today we're cooking a pork and spinach pasta recipe. It has 5 ingredients, very simple to make, and I'm going to walk you guys through that. So the first thing we're going to do is cook our pork. You can get any kind of pork that you'd like. You can get it in the casings or without. I have it without. Either spicy or not spicy. You can add your own seasonings as you want. And I'm going to go ahead and add some oil to this. I have a skillet here. I'm going to use this to cook up our pork sausage. And it doesn't need a whole lot. Pork has a lot of natural fat in it, so it's fine if you don't add a lot of it. That's okay. It'll cook just fine. But here we have a lot of the main food groups. We're going to have our dairy. This is going to be part of our pasta recipe. Our protein with the pork. Of course, you can use any kind of pork that you want. Turkey, chicken, sausage, whatever you have on hand is okay. Our grains with some pasta here. And our veggies with spinach. Okay, looks like it's hot enough to cook now. I'm going to go ahead and add our pork to this. I use that spoon that I have on hand. Generally, pork takes a little bit of time to cook, so especially if you've got a really hot skillet. So when I went ahead and made the pasta, I saved a little bit of the pasta water here, and we're going to use that for our recipe to thicken our sauce with the starchy water that came from the pasta. So remember, when you cook your pasta, cook it according to the package directions, and then save a little bit of the water. Nothing's going to go to waste in this recipe. It's always a good idea to combine your starches, such as our pasta, with protein, especially if you have diabetes. It's going to help to regulate your blood sugar levels. So incorporating a little bit of protein, whether that's some peanut butter on toast or a pork in a pasta recipe, that's really going to help you to maximize those nutrients so you can get everything out of your meals. All the good stuff. Smelling really good in here. Hopefully you're able to follow along and cook with me. Alrighty, the pork looks like it's cooking well. Just a few more minutes. It's going to be really important that you wait until the last possible moment to add in your spinach, because it wilts quite a bit and we don't want it to cook it too much. First, we're going to make sure to cook our pork all the way through. And as always, practice some food safety by making sure to wash your hands in between handling meat. If you took this out of the packaging, you would go wash your hands. I didn't touch it, so I'm not going to do that right now. But if you're taking it out of the casing, that would be a good food safety practice. You're going to want to brown this really well. Pork is pretty easy to do. Again, it has a lot of natural fats in it, so you're able to get a good brown on those pieces of meat. If you're making this during the week and you want to kind of vary the amount of proteins you eat, which is always a good idea, go ahead and go with some chicken the next day, or maybe you have some fish on hand. It's going to be really important that you're eating different kind of proteins throughout the week. Again, just to vary your nutrients and kind of maximize the content of vitamins and nutrients that you're getting from the food you're eating. This is nearly there. We're going to lower the heat just a little bit. After all the pork is done cooking, we're going to go ahead and add our heavy cream, just a splash. And then we're going to go ahead and add our spinach in there. There's still a few uncooked pieces there, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes to finish cooking all the way through. As you can see here, I'm cooking on a skillet. This will also work if you have a kind of a little hot plate or even a stove. All of those options are okay for this meal. Alrighty, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add our cream in here. Always good to shake it up a bit before you're pulling it straight out of the container. And we're just going to do a splash here. Because remember, we have the pasta water that's going to help thicken the sauce. And we already have a bit of oil from everything else. Alrighty, I'm going to add the spinach in here. This is a good time since we're kind of coming on the home stretch, finishing up this recipe. Alrighty. I'm just going to gradually add in a splash. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. Some of the starch from the pasta that we made earlier is also going to combine with the cream that we added to thicken the sauce. Okay, we're going to cook our spinach for just a little bit because we're also heating up our pasta that we made beforehand. Great thing about spinach is that it has fiber, it has iron in there, and it's a great way to incorporate veggies, again, into your meals. Sometimes it's a little harder to do that with breakfast. People don't usually eat veggies at breakfast time, but if you really like omelets or scrambled eggs, that's a great way to add it into your day, first thing in the morning. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and add our pasta there that we pre-cooked. This is where I'm going to like to add, we salted the pasta water, but if you didn't have a chance to do that, a little bit of pepper. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit in there, not a whole lot, since the sausage I bought was pre-seasoned. Just a little bit. And a little dash of salt. Just over the top there. Again, you can go ahead and combine this with any other seasonings that you like. Red pepper flakes are really good if you're somebody who likes things a little bit more spicy. Alrighty, this is looking great. We're going to heat the pasta all the way through for a little bit. But as you can see, the sauce is starting to thicken up a little bit more as it combines with those starches from the pasta. We've got our dairy, our protein, our starch, and our veggie food groups. Only thing that's missing is vegetables, but you can always add that on the side. Again, varying your nutrients is all about incorporating them throughout the day. Whatever works for you. Like I said, if you like your veggies at breakfast time, go ahead and do that. If you prefer them in a smoothie, it's also an option. Alrighty. This looks like it's just about done. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a plate. turn off my heat. And this is ready to serve and enjoy. Thanks for joining me here with a dash of delish with the Lynwood Food Bank. Have a great one.